Hi guys, so I wanted to do a quick video on inner darkness, and this is a topic that comes up often in many popular media shows, like Mr. Robot, where the main character has, a dark self or whatever. And then there was Fight Club, and more recently there's the episodes series Titans, where several of the characters, but especially the main character Rachel, has a lot of inner darkness, and this is something that usually many people can identify with because they feel like they have kind of an inner darkness, brewing somewhere deep inside of them, especially in a pre-awakened state. It may feel like a separate self, and some people may even feel judgmental, like they may judge others for certain behaviors or certain other things. And this is also related to that kind of inner darkness because while this whole judgmental attitude is kind of an indication that there is a part of yourself that you have not yet embraced with compassion, that you have not yet accepted. Because once you accept the whole of yourself with compassion, and you realize that we are all one being, then kind of your ability to judge has to transform. So, for instance, for me, I judge things based on whether or not they are part of my mission. So, you know, if I see an event, uh, and then I'm thinking whether or not I should go to that event. And then I wonder, well, is this in alignment with my mission? Is it in alignment with my mission to go to this event? If the answer is yes, then I go, and if not, then I don't. And that's how I do, you know, most of my judging, and like whether or not I should do something, and talk to someone, or anything like this, And it's like it's nothing personal, I don't really like have time to judge people, like to make up stories about them or to prejudge or whatever, because most of the time those kinds of thoughts are not in alignment with the mission. Uh, Having those thoughts would take away thought time from thinking about the mission. So, it's just completely pointless. Um, so getting back to the inner darkness. And so what this often is kind of the parts of the self that have not been accepted yet. And it may be past life parts. So, for instance, if you were a warrior in a past life, that could be a common source of darkness. Or if you were some kind of dictator, or, anything along those lines, something that got you karmically entwined in reincarnation in Earth, for instance. Those could all be facets of that inner darkness. And the best way that I find, for me anyways, of kind of reintegrating is with compassion meditation. And compassion meditation always starts with sending compassion to yourself. Because only by truly loving all of yourself can you begin to love others. And so for me, I have kind of accepted, those uh, violent memories and other things, and I have understood kind of, that I was confused or, whatever, um, in those past lives, and I accept those things. And having compassion for myself then makes it easier for me to have compassion for others because, I've been there. I've had those rough times that I've made, bad decisions. And so when someone else is doing something like that, then I can feel it. I can be like, yeah, I know what you mean. You know, I've been there, and that's not to say that the decision is bad for them. Like any decision that you make, well, it's probably the best decision for you at the time. So I'm not trying to judge your decisions or anything. I just, you know, say for instance, for me, it would be something that wasn't in alignment with the mission and something that would take away from experiencing the fruition of the mission. Anyways, so yeah, that's my quick little synopsis. And I hope that helps you with both coming to terms and understanding your inner darkness. And now, I just wanted to wrap up with saying that probably the best time to explore your kind of inner darkness and find out about it would be during meditation. When you're sitting, when you're safe, when you're not going to be disturbed for, at least a little while. And one of the other critical things is that you have to move away from a fear vibration, fearing those inner parts of yourself, like the girl in Titans. She fears her inner self, and so the inner self kind of takes over and has full control. Because she's in kind of a fear vibration. Instead, it's better to be in a love vibration, uh, kind of a compassionate vibration of acceptance, and then it becomes a part of you rather than taking over as it is, as it were. And so just remember to hold that space of compassion and do it safely at a moderate pace that you feel comfortable with. And then you can become a more whole, more loving, and more compassionate self. Namaste.